Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for tuning in to The Great Steward. I am Monique Collins, and I am so excited to be before you right now. Hey, but listen, y'all know there's some new things. The last video, I told you I went through a season where I was hurt. Okay, your girl was hurt. Your girl was down. Your girl was sad. Your girl was depressed. Okay, really, really depressed. All right. And reason being, let me just explain. Reason being, this has nothing to do with anybody else. God has truly been taking me through the journey of full accountability of who I am, where I am, and how I am, okay? And God is revealing more of me to me, right? God is revealing more of me to me and making me sit in who I am to discover that thing, right? Without knowing that, how can I become? Okay. And so in this midst of depression, I felt so unfulfilled because I was not showing the character of Jesus Christ in the lives of those around me. Like, let me just be real. Let me just be honest. Okay. I was no longer showing the heart and the character of those people around me. And a main person was my boyfriend I was in a relationship with at that time. Like, I was just super mean. I was mean. I was hurt. I was holding grudges. I was not truly forgiving. Do you understand? And so that came out in how I was speaking, how I was acting. And girl, your girl was just a whole mess. Okay? I was just a whole mess around here. But listen, I'm back. I'm better. I'm whole. I'm healing. I'm healed in certain areas. Okay. And I am becoming. And so that whole season, okay, of depression that started, girl, this probably started, let me see. This probably started January 2023, maybe December 2023, right? But it produced a podcast in me that was down in my soul, right? It produced a new podcast. And let me tell you, podcast for me and for a lot of people is a place where you just put all your thoughts, right? All your thoughts into an episode, right? And nobody sees your face. Nobody can critique what you're wearing, what you got on, how you said it, your mannerisms, right? Because I speak like this. Nobody can do all of that. And so I really, really love it. The podcast is called Hurt, Heal, Become, okay? Hurt, heal, become. That is what we are doing in that order, okay? We will hurt, we will heal, and we will become, all right? During this season, God told me, look, I'm not going to allow you to pray your way out of this hurt. I'm going to allow you to pray your way through it. And some days I wouldn't even know what to pray. And I would be like, God, well, can you just have somebody else pray for me, right? And he confirmed it a few times with people just randomly calling me saying, hey, I've been praying for you. Hey, every time I see your profile picture, I have to go pray for you. Like, I'm led by God to go pray for you. And so God was just confirming that, right? Another thing that, oh, God, am I going to make this different episode? I don't think so. I think I'm going to make this one. But listen, another thing that God told me was this. The reason why he wasn't going to allow me to pray my way out of it, and I had to pray my way through it, right? So he wasn't going to let me come out of this thing. I wasn't going to be like, I bind and rebuke the spirit of depression off of me right now. Nah, God was like, no, ma'am, we're not doing that. You sitting in this, okay? Because in that season, again, God revealed so much more of myself, and I went through so many different healings and accountability ceremonies with myself and God so that I could become who God is creating me to be, okay? And another big reason is God told me, he revealed this to me. He said, you are down there with false healed starts, okay? What y'all are doing is false healed starts. Y'all never want to walk through the pain of a thing. Y'all always trying to bind, rebuke, and come out of agreement and renounce something as if it is a spirit. But the truth is, it is a rooted issue that you have not taken accountability for, that you have not identified, that needs to be uprooted by me, okay? But you got to let me do it. We got to get to the root of it. And I can't get to the root if you're going to continue a false healed start. What's a false healed start, sis? What is a false healed start? A false healed start is this. And this is what God explained. You guys feel some pain, right? You go through a breakup, you lose a job, you need money, you're stressed out, you're depressed, you don't want to get up, you don't want to do what it is you know you need to do. Okay, whatever. You're feeling away. You're depressed. You know something ain't right. But what we do is we go buy makeup, we go get our hair done, we go buy new clothes, we buy all these painkillers, Tylenols and ibuprofen that only last 4 to 6 hours, and then we start feeling like, oh, we healed, we good. It's all good, right? Now I look good, let me go outside. And God is like, yeah, you look good temporarily. You got that painkiller temporarily, but the truth is that root issue, that decaying root in that mouth is still there. The decaying root in the heart is still there. The decaying root in that habit you don't want to break is still there, right? And until you let me get to that root and quit putting makeup on a pig, baby, you're going to keep going around and circling around the same mountain. That's a false hill start. God also revealed this to me. I don't know why I'm yelling, Lord, let me calm it down. God also revealed this to me. A false heel start can last you 3 months, 6 months, a year. Oh my goodness. A false heeled start can last you 3 months, 6 months, a year. It can carry you through, right? And in a year, you'll turn around and you got the same issue. You got the same problem. You're experiencing the same thing. And here we are talking about, oh, it's a generational curse. No, it's a false heel start. What you need to do is just obey God. What you need to do is allow God to uproot that thing that's within you so that he can get it out for good, right? God said, I will cut every dead branch that's in you that bears no fruit. That's what I do. That's what he said he'll do. We got to let him do it. But we can't do it if we keep on making up the outer appearance and not dealing with the inner heart, the inner soul, the inner spirit. Right? And then sometimes I bind and rebuke. I come out of agreement. And God is like, I need you to come into agreement that you really want to be healed. I need you to come into agreement that you're going to obey me. I need you to come into agreement that you're ready to uproot that dead, decaying root. I need you to come into agreement that you're going to stop all these false heel starts so you can stop circling around the same mountain. Y'all listen, God got me together during that depression, in so much together that there was one day I told God, I said, God, listen, this was probably like in March. I said, God, listen, if you want me to be depressed for 2 years, I will sit in this thing because I know that what you're doing in me, in this depression, if you're allowing it, and if you have said what you have said about it, I'm not getting out of it, I'm going through it, I'll sit in this for 2 years for you because I already know the testimony that's going to come from this is going to blow the minds of your people. So if you need me to be the one to sit in it, I will. See, the thing about a false heel start, the thing about things being uncomfortable, we never want to sit in the uncomfortability of anything. We're always trying to hurry up and get out. It's too uncomfortable. I don't like being depressed. I don't like being in the dark. I got stuff to do on social media. I got an audience to tend to. No. I don't want to be uncomfortable. And so we're always trying to run out of our comfort, the uncomfortable spaces. Who is going to sit in the uncomfortable space? Somebody got to sit in it because God is turning messes into messages. Do you understand? God told me as I came out, listen, he just gave me this word. He said, baby, you are a mess, a mogul, and a masterpiece all at the same time. And I have proved that through your life. I have proved that through your tests. I have turned those tests into testimonies. I've turned those messes into messages. Do you understand? There would be no me if there was no hurt. There will be no me if there was no mess. There will be no me if there were no tests. Listen, and God has did it through the lives of so many people through the Bible. Everybody is fighting a battle you know nothing about. Do you understand? And so I want to encourage you right now, that mess you're going through, that depression you may be going through, maybe the reason why you're not getting out of it and those rebuke prayers are not working is because God wants to change your heart during the mess. God wants to uproot what has taken root on the inside of you to make you a better you. He wants to uproot it. He wants to plant new seeds in us, right? Plant new seeds in our mind, right? New seeds in our thoughts, new seeds in our habits, new seeds in our thinking, new seeds in the way we respond and the way we react to people. Listen, I was not displaying the character of Jesus Christ, nor the love in my relationship with my ex. And I was like, oh, it's his fault. Oh, it's his fault. And God was like, daughter, no, ma'am, you know me for real. Okay? You know me and you know me for real. You are not going to place the blame on him. I don't care who and what and where is happening in your life and what's going on. You always display my character, and I was failing at that. And I found myself in a mess. But God turned it into a message, okay? He turned it into multiple messages because he birthed a podcast in me called Hurt He'll Become. And I want to invite you to truly check it out, okay? This is a new thing. Hurt He'll Become is a very new thing. It's a very new thing. I'm also going to be launching a mentorship and coaching program to help women like you and me. Okay, I know it's not. I'm not just the only one out here that's very creative. I'm not just the only one out here with a message in my mouth. I'm not just the only one out here with something to say. Okay. That's on the heart of God or just on your heart, period. I'm going to be helping women just like you create platforms of podcasts, to create a branding, to become her, to be her, to build her, become her. Listen, there is a whole new thing going on right now, and God is wanting to call so many of you forth. Okay, you've listened to the words long enough. You sat before God long enough. We're never going to be perfect. God says, become her, build her, brand her, whatever that is. Turn your pain into purpose. Turn that mess into a message. Turn that test into a testimony. Share it with other people. Do you understand what I'm saying? Let me tell you this. In the midst of my depression, okay, my depression started around January 2023. March 21st, 2023, God said, press record. I was laying in my bed. God said, press record. As I began to speak in my phone to record my first episode on the Hurt He'll Become podcast, I became healed. Do you understand? I talked myself into healing. When I look back, you can go back to every episode, okay? And you can stream this podcast on all major platforms, including Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Cast, iHeartRadio, and Amazon Music. It's live, all right? It's super live. But when you go back to these episodes, you will hear the change in my voice. The first episode aired March 21st. I was laying in the bed depressed. God said, press record and speak. Open your mouth. And every day, as I began to just open my mouth, I began to just feel healing. I just began to feel healing. And here we are. And so I want to help you all do the same. Take the mess that's in your mouth. Take the messy story you had. Turn it into a message. Take your pain and turn it into purpose. You didn't experience none of these things by coincidence, by chance, to keep you hostage your whole life. No, let this stuff go. Once you experience something and you heal from it and you overcome it, that story is for somebody else. Do you understand? Revelation 3 says we overcome by the power of the blood and the word of our testimony. Listen, it's time to become her. It's time to build her, and it's time to brand her. All right? It's a whole new season, sis. You've listened to enough prophetic words. You've listened to enough people speak into your life. It's time for you to speak into your life. It's time for you to become what you've been hearing. It's time for you to turn that prophecy into reality. But you can't do it if you don't take the steps, and nobody else can do it for you. But I'm telling you, I'm here to hold your hand, and I will walk you through it. I will be launching my website soon, and very soon. I just got some tweaks to make on that thing, but it will be the www.thegracestewart.com. And I'm excited. All right. I hope this video was not too long. I hope you enjoyed it. I love you. I'll be back as God leads me back. I'm doing a whole lot right now. Let me just give y'all a little update. Okay. I'm doing a whole lot right now. I'm in school. I am in college. I am a full-time college student, right? And these papers are papering, okay? Writing these papers are just taking me out some days, right? I'm trying to lose weight. Summer's almost over. My kids are going back to school. I'm doing a podcast. I am everything in my business right now, okay? So I'm the editor, the chief, the executor, the janitor, the cleanup lady. I'm the the brains, the beauty. I mean, I'm the everything right now. I'm the content creator. I'm the poster on every social media platform. I'm just doing it all right? And that's okay, right? I'm telling you right now, you can do it all. You can do it all too. And I'm going to hold your hand through it, right? I'm going to hold your hand through it because it can be overwhelming, but you can do it all. In the beginning, do it all. Do the most. Go off, sis. All right? I love you. I'm not going to talk any longer. I love you, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.